Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. What did we say the title of this was? Episodes of Imam Musa. We just run through a few right quick. This is from 1997. Tactics deployed against the Islamic movement. About this subject, the Quran says, a section of the people of the book say, believe in the morning what has been revealed to the believers, but rejected at the end of the day. Perchance they may themselves turn back. This is one of the old tricks of the Yahud. So they would tell the Yahud, okay, we'll become super hypocritical, we'll go join the believers. And we'll say, yeah, we believe in that. That's kind of just like what was revealed to us. It says join them in the morning, but leave them in the evening. It don't mean actually all in one day. What it means, for a period, join with the believers. Then after you ask some questions and fumble around, then leave. And then the other believers will think that these Jews know more about religion than we do, so they must have found something wrong, and they would leave. When it deals with us, they'll fill up the masjid with people. Now, the real people who are new and kind of innocent, the old people here who are informers, now remember, you're one person, so they will take them to dinner, they will get friendly with them and everything, and then after a while, they'll pull back and leave. And then the new people who are new and innocent will think, they will ask them, well, what's happening? Then that opens up the door. Well, they're not specific, but they mumble in a big circle. Yeah, some funny stuff, and so here's what they do. The new person who is innocent and want to know about Islam will say, these people have been around all the time, and they're nice people. They're taking me to dinner, they have introduction to Islam classes with me, and they're introducing me to Islam, and everywhere I go, there they are to help. And now they're leaving. Okay, after the 500th cycle of that, this is when we finally wrote the article. Tactics are deployed against the Islamic movement. This is a common practice. This is very, very common. There's people here right now that were here and had some position, then they leave and start another center, another masjid, and then they have all the people load them up. I mean, they be with everywhere you look, they got people. And all of a sudden, just when they think they're going to get their payday from boss man, they start pulling those people away from them. And they be talking to me like, yeah, man, the Salafis is coming by talking crazy. We don't put up with that. Then all the immigrants that was here and they left and went there, they will have left there a long time ago. So the Muslim that sabotaged us will think, just when I was getting ready to get my payday, everybody, no, the boss man not going to give you no payday, not where you can be independent, although we counsel those people. Don't worry about that. You just keep doing like you're doing, and you just got to get more out of them. Get 2 new vans, get all kind of stuff, and have it in your name. And then they know what I mean, because if you ever stand up on your own feet, they're going to drop you. I was watching this movie, The 10 Commandments, and when Musa got, start getting his little messages and stuff, or the deputy Hugh Brenner said, strike his name from the record, so that his name will never be spoken again and never mentioned. And it says, so it shall be written, so it shall be done. If he built these big pyramids thing, take his name off, where our artists sign, take his name off of it. So if that happens, you'll be done for. Musa, okay, now, when that happens to other people, it's very traumatic. But for me, it's not a trauma, because I've been doing this so long that you can forecast what they're going to do. So you're already ready for whatever they do. And so we've been in this stage for well over 50 years, well over 50 years. And so we've gotten used to old boss man. Now, here's something came up with the brothers there in Oakland. This is from the court record. They're filing a little petition about it. Here's what it says. Similarly, the November 13th incident should be excluded. First, while the incident has probative value, any probative value is outweighed by the risk of undue prejudice. The jury may hold it against the people, Masjid al-Islam, that means Mukhtar and them, they the one, or Mr. Mujahid. The fact that the defendant was removed at gunpoint or was accused of having weapons but had none, they're saying that this is not important. That's what they're saying. Of course, I went and got all of the paperwork. Well, if it's not important, what is? If a person in modern society tell the police department, there's a man in here that y'all all know, and you've been messing with him for over 50 years. At that time, he'd been messing with y'all. He'd been fighting y'all physically and psychologically and every other way. And y'all done assaulted him from time to time in large groups. And Mukhtar and Khadijah tell the police that I got a gun. I came from, well, the other information is clear. It says I just came from D.C. and I got 2 shotguns, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so when this happened, when I finally open the door, I see a tank there in front of the masjid, or a troop carrier, Yeah. Armored personnel carrier. Yeah, right in front of it. And the police, this is the only time there's one black police. All the other time they're Mexican and white. He's got a rifle scope pointing right at me. I just look at him and da-da-da-da-da. And after we go through the changes, now, as we go through this process, you got to think or ask yourself, what kind of people are these? Or what kind of Negroes are these? First, they know the record that you have with the Oakland police that goes way back to the 60s. And now they're going to tell the police that he just came from D.C. and he's got 2 shotguns in the car. That's what the other paperwork says, that he's got 2 guns in the car. And one of the times, this is one of the pictures when they're taking us out, but this is a big, better picture. I'm in there ready to clean myself out. And here's Mukhtar right here. Now, and you can see the police, a Mexican police. There's a sign up here that says Masjid al-Islam. I've been there for, by that time, 40 years. Everybody know whose it is, what it is, and on and on. So, not only that, but before this, Mukhtar, I was assaulted by them. And one of the things that the brother said, he said, "You mean you were conscious all this time?" I said, "Yeah, I was conscious. I was conscious all that time." Because you can see that it was very brutal. You know, I can remember that stuff very clear. I can almost hear the whack, whack, whack. And then when I grab him and pull him down, turn him down, that leaves my head wide open for his 300-pound wife that has the same utensil to just whack, whack. I mean, you know, your head is sitting there just like a watermelon, you know, because you can't let him go, right? So, but see, Allah's in charge of all of this stuff. Now, why would we put up with all of this stuff anyway? Well, let's go through some of it. Without going through all of this stuff piece by piece, we realized that we were going to be involved in this for a long time. We already had over 35 years of experience, so we're going to stretch it out and make it fit what we want it to fit. And that's what we did. In other words, it was almost as though all of this stuff that happened, we arranged for it to happen. How did we know it was going to happen almost exactly? Well, all along the way, they're letting things out, slip out, you know, and they're letting us know that, and then we're telling them too. Psychological guerrilla warfare has worked. Even at that time, at that stage, we're telling them psychological guerrilla warfare had already worked. We're already whooping you, boss. While this is happening, it does make a difference. Why? Because we whooping boss man. We trapping boss man. We have trapped boss man. We did trap boss man. And the clown, boss man, underestimated our ability. Number one, at survival. How long can it? Ain't no nigga can put up with that much fitna. He can't put up with, he got a whole crew and the whole crew leave, and the people that stick around are also United States government agents, right? And they're venomous type people, because what kind of person, if you employed a person and his wife and took care of his kids and all that stuff, right? And took care of their, who was it? Their stepdad, their daddy, he was kind of a wino like. And the mother, Khadijah's mother, was kind of a, well, I won't say it, but kind of a drug addict, you know, type. Okay, suppose you look out for everybody. Well, why would that type of person assault you like this? Is because they're measly-minded, small-minded, trying to please the white man. Here's what Mukhtar did. When Abdul Malik had jumped off the pot too soon and said, here's my resignation, Mukhtar thought he'd moved too fast because he was kind of scary. This is what Mukhtar thought, and he was saying it, basically. So he told them, let me have that nigga. I know what to do. I'll fix it. And that's what they did. They turned it over to him, and they gave him everything you could imagine. The guy he could do anything he wanted. Imam Musa assaulted at Masjid in Oakland. It is right here. Imam Musa assaulted in Oakland.